What are the commonalities between all these incidents? Yes, guessing the weight of a bull in a fair in year 1901, or maybe finding out the missing location of a lost US submarine, USS Scorpion, in the year 1968, or something very recent, guessing the exact number of jelly beans in a jar that happened in year 2012. All these are successful implementation of a concept called the wisdom of the crowd. Our pick for this video uses this concept to perfection. Our pick for this video is Cindicator. Cindicator is a utility token which combines the concept of wisdom of the crowd with hybrid artificial intelligence and basically generates superior market predictions which can be used to analyze any markets, be it stock market, cryptocurrency, elections, or any financial analysis. In this video, I will analyze the fundamentals of Cindicator. Cindicator is also our number 2 pick for the networking effect. If you already haven't seen my video on networking effect, I'm linking it on the top. Please do check it out. I will explain how Cindicator uses the network effect to its advantage, which gives it a huge potential. Guys, if you already haven't, I would request you to please subscribe to my channel. Do give this video a thumbs up if it added any value to your thinking procedure. So Cindicator is an ERC20 Ethereum based utility token which is used to access trading signals. These trading signals can be of any kind of financial markets like stock market or cryptocurrencies. The insiders or the founders of Cindicator are not techies or any kind of Wall Street analysts. Rather, they are scientists and data analysts from all over the world. Cindicator finds its competition in other cryptocurrencies and utility tokens like Augur, Genesis, and stocks. But it's important to note that none of these companies have any kind of working model even till date. Augur started its journey sometime in 2015, while Genesis and stocks started in 2017. But all of them were still way ahead of Cindicator. Cindicator started in early December 2017 and is the only company with a working model and services provisioning at this point. It's important to note that Cindicator does not purely depend on crowd intelligence. It basically combines the intelligence of the crowd with hybrid artificial intelligence to make even better predictions. It's important to note that the more the number of predictors, the more accurate the result will be. To give you an example, let's say if 10 people predicted the weight of a bull, it will not be as accurate as you would think. But rather than 10, if let's say 1,000 people predicted the same weight, that will be much more accurate and close to the actual weight of the bull. This is what I call the networking effect. More the users, more the predictors, more accurate the results would be. Because the results are more accurate, more people will try and take the services from Cindicator. So let's first understand the model behind Cindicator. Cindicator has two aspects. The first aspects are the predictors, people who predict or generate the wisdom of the crowd data, and it has consumers, people, or banking funds or hedge funds, which will basically purchase or utilize the services from Cindicator. Both of them are actually very much interlinked. I'll explain you how. When Cindicator started its services and operations in December 2017, there were around 30,000 predictors. Some of them were paid and most of them were volunteers. Cindicator basically shares a price of around 1.5 BTC for cryptocurrency predictions and around $7,500 for other traditional market predictions. The predictor, when predicts correctly, gets certain amount of points. At the same time, if the prediction is wrong, there is negative marking on the points. If you come in a certain rank, you will get a split of the prizes. The prizes which I just disclosed, 1.5 BTC or $7,500. This gives the predictors incentive and they try and predict more and more. So in December 2017, there were only around 30,000 people who were actually doing the prediction. By the end of February 2017, I myself was trying to predict, and the app is really fun. I mean, if you look at the app, it's really good. There were more than 80,000 people predicting. By the end of March, this number had gone up to more than 100,000 people. And up to a great extent, the number or the types of questions have increased. Uh, more and more questions have increased. Same number of predictions are getting you lesser points comparatively, which indicates there are more people who are predicting and they're taking it really seriously. So this gives a very diverse, people from all over the world are predicting very different kind of markets. So this gives a very diverse opinion, and the averaging effect is very good. In spite of high volatility of crypto market, more than 60% of accurate prediction is actually pretty good, guys. Which, with the number of predictors increasing, the averaging effect brings the result very close to the accurate value. And because of this, the value of the product, syndicator predictions or syndicator market signal, is increasing. And that's the reason more and more consumers want to buy the services of syndicator. So understand this thing, guys. Huge banks, hedge funds, for them, investing a small amount in getting good market analysis and good prediction is not that big a deal. And that's exactly what is happening. The consumption of syndicator services has increased. Now, how does the consumption take place? You will require a certain amount of syndicator token or the CND tokens to get the services of syndicator. There are three different services which is possible, and there is one high level product as well. So amongst the trading packages, the basic one is the beginners package, for which you'll require around 5,000 tokens, CND tokens. With the current market price of around 8 cents, that's going to be something that's going to cost at around $400, for which you'll get the community choice indicator, which is one crypto pick per week. You'll also get some market event probability indicators, which are weekly predictions. So to give you an example of how this would have benefited, the beginners package would have benefited any particular individual, is that in December 20 in 2017 there was a buy signal at 70 cents that was given, and basically the buy signal for was for Ripple or XRP, and it basically rallied to close to $3. That's almost a 4x gain, guys. The next package is the traders package, for which you're required to stake around 200,000 tokens. With the current price, that will be something close to $16,000, for which you'll get the weekly support and the resistance level, the projected highs and lows of selection of any cryptos, and the traditional financial assets as well. You'll also get ICO rankings for the upcoming ICOs, as well as certain price level indicators. To give you an example, the syndicator bot had sent out an alert to traders on December 11th in 2017 for a particular stock, that is Valiant Pharmaceuticals, before the market opened. And the Valiant Pharmaceutical stock basically rallied 8.5% in the next 2 days, right? The expert package, you will require around 700,000 tokens to be staked. This, with the market price of today around 8 cents, is going to cost you something around $56,000. And the expert package, you'll get everything that you're getting in the above two packages, as well as the price level indicators. The price level indicator basically tracks a basket of most popular stocks and several indices, and predicts when they'll reach a specific dollar value and in which date will it reach it. So again, to give you an example, in December, 14 December, indicated the bot indicated that CRED would be the highest growth ICO to its list. Those who acted actually made 20 times the money, 20x, guys, for this thing. Now, the final product that it offers, apart from these packages, is the Cryptometer bot. This is an ultimate tool that the syndicator team offers, and you'll require to stake 1 million tokens for it. For today's price, that's going to be close to $80,000. What it does is it basically generates arbitrage trades every day, and the team claims that it can generate returns of 1 to 3% returns per day. So guys, anything between 356% to almost 1,000% can be generated in a year using this bot. This bot is fantastic, guys. It's an automated bot that will generate arbitrage trade, anything between 1 to 5 arbitrage trade per day. To give you simple examples, we know that different cryptocurrencies operate at different levels in different exchanges. The liquidity is different. It can be across geographies, it can be within the same country, and still the prices could be very different. So, to give you an example, the Medium post of Cindicator has given 3 examples. An opportunity to make 13.7% on the Bitcoin Cash trade as it traded higher on Poloniex compared to Bitfinex. This happened in the first week of December. Similarly, there was another opportunity wherein Ripple traded higher in Kraken compared to Poloniex. So an arbitrage opportunity of 14% existed back then. Similar opportunity existed with Neo. This opportunity was huge, guys. Uh, there was an opportunity to make 152% as it traded higher in Bittrex compared to Bitfinex. So if these things were not enough, guys, Syndicator is now implementing neural networks, hybrid artificial intelligence, and other lot of latest technologies for their predictive methods, and they are very, very accurate as well. Now, what is going to happen is once the big money, once the actual financial institutions and hedge funds start pouring in more money into cryptocurrencies, these guys relies on facts and data, guys. They do not rely on hunches. And then the real value of such an product is going to come into place. They will not hesitate shelling out 50,000, 60,000, $70,000 just for such a predictable market or such a predictable tool, which can give them anything between 300 to 1,000% return within a year, guys. That's huge. These guys operate with massive money. They have billions of dollars to deploy. And when they're deploying the billions of dollars, spending a few $100,000 or $200,000 is no big deal. So let's understand how will the value of syndicator tokens or CND increase over time. I always keep on saying, guys, knowledge is power, and with correct knowledge, you can always increase and get higher profits. That's what we do out here in CryptoCrunch. So the important point is what we understood the concept, how syndicator tokens will be utilized. What are the services that syndicator as a company is providing, the market predictability, and the big guns when they come, they always want market predictability. Remember, guys, it's a golden rule of business that if you want to spend $100 on any purchase, you should spend around anything between $5 to $10 knowing about that thing. It could be property, it could be stocks, it could be cryptocurrency, it could be anything. That is the research value that different funds or different billionaires assign to their purchases. So just to give you some important figures, guys, almost $1 trillion is basically spent on sports betting every year. Almost $183 billion in invested in research of insurance risk. Around $50 billion is invested each year on traditional Wall Street market research. Around $6.8 billion was spent in the last polling for political polling research in United States of America. Around $12.5 billion is spent every year on corporate research. Understand, guys, the market is huge. Syndicator is, at this point, Syndicator is having no big or major competition. They are producing valuable research and valuable insight to different markets. So they are producing valuable services. When the big guns come, they would require these valuable services. The prediction or the accuracy of these services is increasing month after month because more and more participants are predicting. The cost for this prediction is almost similar. The accuracy is increasing, the cost is similar, the value is there, and the big guns will come. You do the maths, guys, and understand that the value of this prediction services is going to increase. The best part is that these prediction services cannot be purchased by US dollars. Everything will rely on the CND token. We have seen that the CND token would require to be staked. If there are less CND token in the market, their value automatically rises. And that's exactly what we are seeing it happen, guys. So understand this. If let's say I want to purchase the 1 million CND token worth bot, there are not many people who can do that. there are only 2 billion CND tokens which will be available forever, out of which 600 million are basically reserved for the syndicator team or for the prizes for the predictors. So with all this said and done, we need to understand that there is a commodity which is going to be mass utilized in future, which is providing valuable services, but will fall short in future. And that is where its value will be realized. I personally have invested in Cindicator. I will be investing more in Cindicator. As far as price prediction goes, I would continue to buy Cindicator as long as it is less than 10 cents. I have purchased it at way lower price as well. I started it at around 5 cents. I've purchased it intermediately as well. I never invest in lump sum. I always do dollar cost averaging. And when the markets fall, that's when I actually go for shopping. So I have purchased it at lower levels, but I will not let my buy price increase more than 10 cents. As far as price prediction for Syndicator goes, for the next 12 to 18 months, I have a price target of around $4. If you understand that, guys, with a buy price of 10 cents, if it does appreciate till $4, in the next 12 to 18 months, you can expect a return of 40x. Right, guys? That's a huge, massive return. And that's what I realistically think about it. By 2020, if the competition for Syndicator does not increase manifold or there is no major change, that price prediction can go to as high as $10 to $15 as well. So there's a massive upway, and the downside risk is very limited, while the upside is massive. So that's the reason I've recommended this cryptocurrency as a fundamental pick, as well as a pick for my number two pick for networking effect as well. It is also an important pick when it comes to the first mover advantage. I would want to point out that. I would want to point that as well, because its competition is behind it in many ways. So keep that in mind as well. This is a stable coin with, as I always recommend coins which are currently being used, which have active services, models, or at least a test net on. This coin or cryptocurrency has an active service which is on. The predictors are increasing month on month. There are more than 100,000 predictors. There is proof where you can go and check it out. I do the prediction myself, and you can see it on the ranking system itself. So I see a massive potential in this cryptocurrency, and that's the reason I've recommended it both as a rank 2 for my networking effect as well as a fundamental choice. But as I always keep on saying, guys, you need to do your own due diligence. I am just going to present some facts and fundamental analysis. It's up to you how you utilize those facts and do your own due diligence before investing. Guys, again, I would request you to please subscribe to my channel. And if you do like this video and you think that it added any kind of value to your thinking process, please give it a thumbs up. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you very soon. Wherever you are, have a wonderful morning, wonderful afternoon, and a great evening. See you, guys.